And one of the most important questions, of course, is, has HDR improved over the demo version? And the very short answer is no, it has not. The biggest issue what I have with this game is not that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth does not support the HDR system level calibration on a PlayStation 5. Now, that's a big bummer, but that's not my biggest complaint. My issue here, my problem here is that this game is limiting the maximum peak brightness to 900 nits. Yes, you heard correct. 900 nits is the maximum peak brightness in specular highlights. That means your brand new LG G4 or your brand new S95D are not fully utilized. Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I'd like to apologize for the confusion what I created when I talked about HDR in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for the very first time. So the demo version back then was released and I was not aware of that this game is not a remaster or remake. I was really not aware of that this game was built actually from the ground up, and I was, after playing the game, I was actually really confused because people told me, hey, that's a brand new game for the PlayStation 5, and first of all, I couldn't believe it because the quality, the visual quality in this game is still, in my opinion, just on average, or the image quality is just on an average level, in my opinion. Picture quality or maybe graphical quality, that's a different story, but image quality, it's very, very soft in the performance mode, and again, the HDR implementation is not on a very great level in regards of the maximum peak brightness of specular highlights. The HDR black level raise, on the other hand, it is not perfect, but I have seen worse, so there's no complaint about that. Again, the maximum peak brightness, the limitation or the fact that this game is limiting the maximum peak brightness to 900 nits, that's, in my opinion, a very big issue. I mentioned already that this game does not support the HDR system level calibration on a PlayStation 5, which is a big disadvantage, but not a deal breaker because we have actually many games where this is the case. We have settings in the game, but believe me, better don't touch those settings. The first setting what we have is called brightness setting, and as soon you touch this setting or you increase this just slightly, you will lift up the HDR black level floor even further. So again, my recommendation is do not touch this setting, leave brightness set to 0. And then we have the HDR Luminance slider, and out of the box this is set to 10, and believe me, this is the best setting what you can get, because now we're talking about 900 nits maximum peak brightness in specular highlights. So my recommendation is do not decrease this setting. Even if you're using an LG CX, just leave it at 10 and enjoy the game. Okay my friends, so that's it for this video, and the only thing what I like to mention actually is that the whole time when I tested the final version of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I played with HDRG enabled on my LG G2 and briefly, just a very quick session actually on the LG CX. But believe me, HDRG is just working, sometimes maybe a little bit too dark, but believe me, dynamic tone mapping on is just overblown the picture way too much in this game, and you don't want to have a washed out picture. So that's my 2 cents for, or in regards of HDRG versus dynamic tone mapping on. It's always up to you what you like to use. Believe me, the game is actually really good. I like the gameplay so far. The story is actually really good without spoiling anything. It is really interesting. And the only thing, again, what I like to complain about is the very, very soft performance mode. It just doesn't look very nice on my 65-inch OLED TV. It's just very, very blurry actually, and you know I hate 30 FPS. I will never play this game in 30 FPS, but anyway, that's also up to you. And the other thing is the very weird implementation of HDR actually. Why we don't have a higher peak brightness, I really don't understand this, but maybe we will see a update, a patch in the near future, and maybe this will be resolved. Thank you very much for watching me. I see you guys next time. Bye.